It's getting cold, isn't it? After all, winter is approaching, and with it, avoiding the cold, harsh reality becomes almost impossible. You're running out of time. You've been telling yourself all year that you'll make a change, but day by day, those opportunities are slipping away. Be brutally honest with yourself. How many times have you made promises to yourself, only to still operate at 20% of your potential? And now you're facing another winter, but deep down, you know, if you don't do something now, the next years will be just like this one. Now, let me tell you why this video is unlike any you've seen before. Ironically, all those other videos set you up for failure right from the start. They gave you that burst of motivation, but they were missing a critical piece of the puzzle, something simple yet essential. The anchor, the one thing that keeps you grounded and on track when everything else falls apart. But more on that in the first chapter. At the end of the day, this could be just another video you click off after a minute or two, or it could be the start of something different, something meaningful. This is The Winter Arc by Methodical Mind. You've heard it before. Motivation comes and goes. It's fleeting, unpredictable, and often disappears when you need it the most. So why do most people still depend on motivation to push them through tough times? The answer lies in the lack of a deeper reason, something that doesn't fade when emotions do. That's where the anchor comes in. The anchor is your why, the single cause that holds you steady and makes you realize that it's not about feeling good or staying inspired. It's about knowing that there's something far more important than momentary discomfort or irrelevant distractions. This why will be the core of your winter arc. Think about it like this. The coldest, harshest moments of winter, both in the literal sense and in life, will come, and the only thing that will keep you going is your anchor. Whether it's a personal mission, a future you can't bear to abandon, or even the fear of staying the same, your anchor has to be clear and unshakable. But here's the catch. Most people don't know their real anchor. They think it's about getting a six-pack, achieving better grades, or making more money, but those are surface-level goals. They don't hold up when life gets tough. Your anchor has to go deeper than that. It has to mean something to your core, your identity. So before you take another step in this winter arc, ask yourself, why are you really doing this? What's the one thing that will push you to keep going when it's easier to quit? Find that, and you've just created your anchor. But even then, you are still missing something to be fully prepared for this winter arc. Let's get real about something most people completely overlook: preparation. You can't just throw yourself into a challenge without having the right foundation in place. And two of the most crucial, but often ignored parts of that foundation are sleep and vitamin D. We all know sleep is important, but how often do you actually prioritize it? When your sleep suffers, everything else falls apart. Your focus, your energy, even your willpower. You can push as hard as you want, but if you're running on fumes, you're not getting anywhere. Sleep isn't just about resting your body. It's about resetting your mind and keeping you locked in. With the shorter days and longer nights of winter, it's easy to let your sleep routine get out of sync. But now more than ever, you need consistency. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Let your body fall into a rhythm that ensures deep, restful sleep. Try to avoid blue lights an hour before bed. Create a calm, distraction-free environment and treat sleep as the non-negotiable tool it is. And then there's vitamin D, something most people don't even think about. As winter sets in, sunlight becomes a rare commodity, and with it, your body's main source of vitamin D dwindles. What's the big deal? Well, without enough vitamin D, your energy plummets, your mood darkens, and suddenly, the smallest tasks feel like mountains. It's one of the sneaky reasons why people feel sluggish and unmotivated during the colder months. But you can fix this. Get outside, even when it's cold. Feel the sun on your skin. It doesn't matter if it's just for 20 minutes a day. If that's not an option, consider a vitamin D supplement to keep your levels in check. These may sound like small things, but they're the foundation of your winter arc. Sleep and vitamin D. Master these and you'll be ready no matter what. Ignore them, and you'll feel the weight of winter more than ever. Now let's get to one of the most vital parts of the winter arc. While everybody is winding down and covering themselves in big clothes, this is the perfect moment for you to focus on your body transformation. And you don't even need a fancy gym or complex equipment to get started. At home, it all begins with your body weight. Push-ups, squats, lunges, pull-ups. These movements are deceptively simple, yet incredibly effective when done with the right intensity. When you focus on form, slow down your movements, and feel every muscle engage, you'll quickly realize that you don't need heavy weights to create resistance. Just feel the tension in your muscles as you lower your body in a push-up, keep your core tight as you squat, and control each movement as you push yourself up in a pull-up, and you will practically feel the progress. And when regular push-ups or squats start to feel easy, that's your cue to make things harder. Elevate your feet during push-ups, or try doing squats on one leg. You need to constantly push the boundaries of what your body is used to. At the end of the day, every one of these small changes adds up and forces your muscles to grow and adapt to the new demands. Moreover, while you're pushing through these bodyweight exercises, remember that recovery is just as important as the effort you put in. After all, your muscles don't grow during your workout, they grow during your rest. This is again why sleep is not negotiable. Of course, none of this progress would be possible without the right fuel. Nutrition is the foundation of muscle growth, and during this winter transformation, it's integral to be mindful of what you're putting into your body. Generally, lean meats, eggs, fish, and plant-based proteins should be on your meal plan, alongside complex carbs that provide the energy you need for your workouts. Even if you just eat what your parents cook you, you can still try to put more of the good stuff and less of the bad stuff on your plate. Other than that, don't forget about hydration. Even in the cold months, your muscles need water to perform at their best. But while your physical transformation is cool, the true potential of your winter arc lies in transforming your mind. This section will be about understanding how your brain works and using that knowledge to reshape your habits, with the result of making them automatic and resilient, even in the most challenging times. And at the core of this process is the concept of habit loops, a cycle driven by the brain's desire for efficiency. Every habit follows a loop of cue, routine, and reward. When you repeatedly engage in a behavior, this loop becomes encoded in your brain, thanks to the basal ganglia, the brain region responsible for forming habits. The more you repeat the cycle, the more ingrained it becomes, eventually running on autopilot. This is where the power of habits lies. They free your brain from the need to constantly make decisions, which allows you to conserve mental energy, but that same process can work against you if you're stuck in negative loops. So, how do you harness this process to your advantage? First, you need to identify the cues that trigger your current habits. These cues can be subtle, an emotion, a time of day, or a particular environment. Once you recognize them, you can begin to change the routine that follows the cue, but still keep the reward intact. For example, if stress drives you to check your phone for relief, you can change the routine to something more productive, like taking a few deep breaths or doing a quick stretch. The reward, stress relief, remains, but the habit changes. Rewiring your brain to adopt these new routines might seem slow at first, but there are proven ways to speed up the process. Besides using already established triggers like in the example before, storytelling is also a powerful tool. When you change the narrative around a habit, you can reframe the meaning of both the cue and the reward. So instead of seeing exercise as something to dread, you could connect it to a personal story of strength, something that gives the routine deeper meaning. Other than that, speed is also crucial. The quicker the reward follows the routine, the faster your brain will lock in the habit. This is why it's often helpful to start with small, manageable routines. So if your goal is to read more, you could start with just 1 page a day. This way, your brain quickly gets a sense of satisfaction, which reinforces the loop and makes you more likely to repeat it. Finally, there's repetition. The more frequently you perform a habit, the faster it becomes automatic. It's not always enough to engage with a habit once a day. If you can, break down your goal into smaller parts and repeat the loop multiple times throughout the day. This constant repetition strengthens the neural pathways that make the habit stick. But before you get straight to action, there is still something I want to share. For this video, I've actually built something special for you, the Methodical Mind Winter Arc Skill Tree. Now, what the hell is a skill tree? Well, you can imagine it as your personal step-by-step map to conquer this winter. And to bring this vision to life, I've partnered with the Become Fearless app, the sponsor of today's video. The skill tree, which you can find there, follows all the guidelines we covered today. So here's a quick sneak peek of what you can expect. It begins with the essentials, reflecting on your goals and establishing a powerful anchor to keep you grounded throughout the season. From there, it leads you into habits designed to strengthen both your body and mind, ensuring you're fully equipped for whatever winter brings. Here, you'll focus on prioritizing high-quality, consistent sleep, incorporating bodyweight exercises to build resilience, and keeping up with your vitamin D to boost energy and mood. I can honestly tell you that progressing down the skill tree is unbelievably satisfying and motivating. So if you are ready to make this winter your best one yet, then go to the App Store or Google Play Store, search for Become Fearless, and get started on your winter arc. Now you are fully equipped to make the next few months the most productive of your life. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and you got this, bro.